Good afternoon, my peoples. Welcome to another episode of the Once and Future podcast. I'm your host, Avalon Alder. Last cast, I promised I'd address the Prophet's newscast. If you're behind, over the last few days we've had a spate of anti-Surrey crimes, leading everyone back to Zaire Powell III, who claims it's ridiculous that the PD think he's the only person who hates Surreys. Ladies and gents, followers dear, for once in his life, he is correct. He is not the only one who hates Surreys. I hate surrogates. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. I also think the Prophet is a crazy man. There. I said it. He's a crazy man. Crazy. In the world as it is today, hinging your entire argument on a divine being who hasn't reached out to his followers in thousands of years is crazy. Regardless of my personal beliefs on religion, link to my post about that in the info bar, creating a political argument around religion in today's climate just isn't the way to go, dude. It gets you exiled from the city into a reservation of people exactly like you, so you can't spread your ideas or find peaceful ways to convert people to your way of thinking. Yep, talking to you, Prophet. You'd be a more effective, prophet if you hadn't gotten yourself kicked out of the city. So, crazy man. But not wrong. Surrogates are awful. I wouldn't maybe go so far as to say an abomination, but yeah, definitely not awesome. Why, you ask me, followers dear? Never fear. I will tell you. I am never afraid to tell you how I feel about things, am I right? Here is why. Surrogates completely eradicate interpersonal interaction. We spend our entire lives talking to each other on the telephone. We build entire relationships around people we have never met face to face. Sure, for our parents who met before the advent of surrogates, they knew each other first, but you know what? I went to college, met new people, and started my new friendships and relationships with surrogates. There was an old comic back in the 90s. Funny story, my mom put it up on the wall above our computer when I was a kid, so I'd remember. A dog sits at an old school computer looking down at another dog. He says, "On the internet, no one knows you're a dog." Same goes for Surreys. No one knows you're a dog. And you know what? I didn't particularly care when it turned out Chris, the person I met in my French class, was Christine, not Christopher. What I cared about was that I didn't find out about that till our third date. That's right, folks. I dated a girl for 4 weeks before I knew she was a girl. Still don't care, but really now. Whoever said honesty is the basis of a relationship clearly didn't live in the age of the Surrey. Side note, Chris broke up with me because while I didn't care, she did. She hated the fact that I knew her in person, knew her body and her birth name. She hated that she wasn't her Surrey. And, like the song says, you'll never share real love until you love yourself. That is why I hate them. They are eroding our ability to form relationships, our ability to trust in each other, and our ability to be content with who we are. But you know what? I have one anyway. Never let it be said I don't own my hypocrisy, ducks. I own it. I am sitting in my room at home driving a surrogate in my home office to record this podcast. I work from home, and I still have one. There you have it. There is the level of my hypocrisy. Because in the climate today, if you can't beat 'em, join 'em. I have a surrogate because it's hit the point that it's so much of a hassle to go out without one, with people asking all the time why I don't, that I just gave in. It's become a stigma, weird at best and crazy at worst, not to have one. And I just don't want to deal with that. We can't all abandon our homes and go live in a commune. Yep, still looking at you, Powell. That's it for time today. I want to know your opinions. Do you agree? Is your Surrey the best thing that's ever happened to you? Have you ever dated someone who turned out not to be the person you thought? Leave comments, voice your thoughts, and I'll address the most interesting on our next cast. Catch you on Tuesday.